Welcome back, everyone. Old gods and their heralds have whispered to us many times over the years, spouting prophecies, inspiring us to take a closer look at what's going on with the game. So, previously, in the last video, we delved into what N'Zoth was really doing. Today, then, I'm bringing you a selection of whispers, ones that Shadowlands' events and context has breathed new life into. Character returns, fresh mysteries, something funky about Magni, and crunchy. Roll.com/Bellular, today's sponsor. Get your 14-day free premium trial with our link in the description. Now, the best place to watch anime online is still going strong. There is more anime than ever for you to enjoy, and today our recommendation is, you know what, it's unusual, but also very popular and a great starter, and it is Mob Psycho 100. Now, it may look like a comfy show filled with absurd humor at first, but there's more. It is perfectly laced with nail-biting tension, surreal action, and truly affecting character drama as we follow Mob and his psychic teacher, who's actually a scummy conman, on adventures. These are fun adventures solving supernatural mysteries, but of course until that adventure starts to come after them. And that all serves as the backdrop for Mob's, I'd say, extremely engaging and dramatic journey through his own emotions. And that really is the core of the show. It is an awesome show, and you can watch full 1080p episodes on basically any device that you own with a 14-day free trial of Crunchyroll Premium at crunchyroll.com/Bellular. And once you're finished both seasons of Mob Psycho 100, you'll have access to, of course, unlimited anime, manga, and drama. And then, once Mob gets Season 3 next year, you can watch that right away with episodes subbed about an hour after they air in Japan. Pretty damn awesome, so get your free 14-day premium trial with my link. Check out our other anime picks in the text post below. And with that said, let's go.
The cunning ones kneel before 6 masters, but serve only one.
Understanding the deeper meaning of this one was initially pretty much impossible. So, at the time, we had thought that dreadlords were in fact servants of the Burning Legion, right? With our friend Lothraxion being a rare defector. How times have changed, right? So, we knew that the 6 masters mentioned in that whisper were of course the cosmic forces of light, void, life, death, order, and fel. But beyond us just being a little bit spooked out by death because Blizzard had sprinkled a few hints, we just weren't sure what this fully meant. Now though, it makes more sense, and it lets us know that Void does in fact know what's up. Dreadlords then. Dreadlords are consistently referred to as cunning in the lore, and this line is further confirmation of their duplicity, that they kneel before 6 masters, 3 of which we know, because of course we've got Lothraxion and the Light, we've got Mal'Ganis and his compatriots for the Fel, back when they worked with the Burning Legion, and then of course we've got all of them for Death, Death being the one that they all actually bow to. In the Enemy Infiltration book, which is found in Revendreth, it lays out the Dreadlord plan to play all of the different cosmic forces against each other. Now, Sire Denathrius is known as the Lord of Dread. He lives in Castle Nathria. Obviously, that sounds like Nathrazim, the actual name of the Dreadlord species. Now, these Nathrazim are supposedly going to be present in Korthia, which is a realm of the Shadowlands that features in the Chains of Domination patch. So perhaps that's where the final answer or more information will lie. But there is one more thing. We could apply wordplay to this one. What if they kneel before 6 masters, but serve one? One who is not one of the 6, i.e. Denathrius. Blizzard have in fact said that Denathrius will return, that they're going to keep him around because they loved him as a character and the voice actor's performance, and that begs the question then, who are the Dreadlords more loyal to? The Jailer, who is their boss's boss, or Denathrius, their direct boss, and in many ways, their father figure? So they may indeed kneel before all 6 cosmic forces and claim to only serve death, but it could be very possible that in the end, the one they'll actually serve is their father, Sire Denathrius.
Treacherous Banshee. Do you think I am blind to the darkness you seek to unleash?
Conversation depicted in that takes place in secret before the Nazjatar patch of the Battle for Azeroth expansion. And once again, there are massive implications here. Azshara considers Sylvanas to be treacherous. Why? Well, it's because Azshara knows that Sylvanas could not care less about the Horde, and that she is actually working with the Jailer. Yes, Queen Azshara knows about the Jailer. That means that Azshara knows how the Shadowlands works, that she probably even knows of the Cosmos, and perhaps even the likes of the First Ones. But this is no surprise, because if you've been paying attention to the lore, you will know that Azshara is an extremely powerful being, especially in her arrogance, her will, and her magical prowess. She also served N'Zoth, but not really, because we always knew that she had always intended to kill him and seize power. You know, if it wasn't for us meddling kids. And this means that Azshara was able to get all of the knowledge of the Void, while actually resisting the Void's deleterious effects. And the thing about Void is, it can see all possibilities, it can essentially see all possible truths. The problem is it can't work out which one of those truths will come to pass. To give you an example from another piece of media, imagine Doctor Strange being able to see all of the different potential timelines, but not being able to work out which one will actually come to pass. Well, for Queen Azshara, she was able to make use of all of this Void knowledge, but not fall prey to its pitfalls. She would be better able to use that knowledge to work out what's going on, while, likely through her arrogance and will, be able to resist just turning into a slobbering, tentacly slave of N'Zoth. In short, do not underestimate Azshara, especially because she will return.
I tire of intermediaries and heralds. The true throne of power beckons, and I intend to claim it.
That is what Azshara said after we freed her from Ny'alotha. And with those words said, Azshara opened a void portal and she disappeared. What is she doing? Where is she going? Well, intermediaries and heralds, that is key. Sylvanas is that to the Jailer. N'Zoth is that to the Void Lords. So there are 2 ways this could go. First up, she's talking about Sylvanas, and she's talking about death. Imagine Azshara appearing in the Shadowlands. That would be quite the event, and to many who don't pay attention to the details of the lore, it would be surprising. I think to us watching this video, it would not be. Alternatively, though, and I would actually say perhaps more likely, she is left to claim the power of Void. After all, N'Zoth is just a herald of the Void Lords. And she did leave using a Void portal, again showing that she can use Void power. So, if Azshara doesn't show up in Shadowlands, expect her to be a major figure in World of Warcraft's next Void-themed expansion or patch, likely along with Xal'atath as well.
He gave himself to the deep places. He gave himself to me.
Magni Bronzebeard gave himself to the deep. He became Earth itself, the speaker of Azeroth. This line hints that all may not be right with Magni, that perhaps, much like Deathwing, the Earth Warder, he gave himself to the Earth, and he got too close. Because as N'Zoth, as it is also said, our Earth, our strength. That is another Void Whisper. Well, if Magni was under N'Zoth's influence, then you might be confused, because you'll remember BFA's events, and you'll think to yourself, well, if Magni is a pawn of N'Zoth, why did Magni lead the effort to defeat N'Zoth? The effort that went smoothly and ended with his actual defeat, seemingly. I mean, Magni came up with a plan, we headed to Ny'alotha, and we executed his plan with surprising ease. Yet N'Zoth says he gave himself to the deep places. He gave himself to me. But there's actually more, because Il'gynoth told us this.
The King of Diamonds has been made a pawn.
So, what then is the point of this segment? Well, it's simple, actually. It's a bit of an addendum, a reinforcing factor of the previous video. N'Zoth knew that failure was likely, and he planned for the events of Ny'alotha. You see, he likely knew whatever our plan was via this connection with Magni. If you watch our N'Zoth video linked below, then take this as further reinforcement. If not, well, then you know where to go next. Because right now, all of these lines about the King of Diamonds being made a pawn, of him giving himself to the Earth, and it being our Earth, as in the old gods, surely those aren't plot holes. Surely those are not things that Blizzard threw into the game and then completely forgot. Right? So if we're to take those as actually being true, then we have to assume that there is a deeper meaning to the events of patch 8.3, that there was something going on beneath the surface that we did not necessarily pick up at the time. So, look, this video is really just rounding off a bunch of things that popped into my mind when I was doing the N'Zoth video. Obviously, the stars of the show for this video were, you know, Azshara, Magni, that stuff towards the top. What I'd love to know, though, is for some of these other lines, like the, the Blind Queen and the Bone Scepter, what are your guys' theories, your opinions? I mean, right now, I think a lot of that stuff, a lot of the more speculative, less direct, and modern whispers that came from the BFA era, some of them were extremely obvious, right? And foreshadowed events that happened in the BFA expansion, and ones that are happening right now. And my opinion is that if so many of those lines were very in the here and now and very direct, then the lines that have got less clear readings are likely very far off and very speculative and may not even come to pass in this expansion and might even be 10.0 stuff. So I'd love to know what theories are for that. Anyway, that's it for me. So I really recommend watching the N'Zoth video if you have not done yet. So I think a real banger of a video. People seem to really enjoy it. We did a bunch of machinima scenes in it that people, some people got confused. I think actually Asmongold did get confused that they were in-game cinematics that he didn't see. We, and by we I mean John and our team, made them. So it's a fun video. Otherwise though, lots of lore coming. So yeah, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'd love to see what everybody thinks about this spooky stuff. Have a great day. See you next time.